Good morning, viewers, and welcome to Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood. And we are back at the trailer repair today at my son's place. And we have the air conditioning turned on at 65 degrees. So that's nice. And we're going to try and get more wood in today. We've already been here for a half an hour or more and hardly get anything done. First thing I had to do was find the pencil so I could mark down my what do you call it, the holes and bolts in those places where I'm going to put the board and put new bolts in. As I've said, I think before, is I don't want to drill into the old holes or where the old bolts are, so I've been measuring those just to kind of stay away from them. So the first 15 minutes or 20 minutes was looking for the pencil. Now, I had the pencil here yesterday doing the same thing, measuring and writing down my measurements, and I made a little thing there so I know where things are at. Well, do you think I could find that pencil this morning? Now, that's only one day. Well. I looked and looked and looked, and finally I over onto the bench and moved that paper bag, and there it was underneath the paper bag. Now, why would it be under the paper bag? Who would know? I guess that's when I was using it over here. It happens. It just makes you wonder some days. Anyway, there we are. I got these ones all measured here, so that took another 15 minutes. So this side is, the finger, there we go. This side is ready to, well, I gotta put the glue on here first, but you gotta do that and then find the board and put the board in. Now I've gotta shorten my piece of wood here so I can get my jack in. So I've got to measure that and figure out what I got to cut off. Oh, that's got to go up over here for now, yes. And yeah, I got to cut some off that, I guess so. All right, so I'm going to use my mini electric chainsaw, Saker brand, 20 volts. I'm telling you, boys, I really enjoy this tool. I've used it a lot for many different things, all concerning wood, of course. It's become very, very handy. And there's just the fine carpentry that you can do with it. Is I had to cut a piece off of that long board over there so the wood wouldn't be over the gap in between the two pieces of metal. It was a little bit too long. So I had to do some fine carpentry with the mini electric chainsaw from Saker. And there's what I cut off. It's the fine piece that I cut off the end of that board. Look at that, boys. It's just finished carpentry work right there. From Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood. Yes, sirree, boys. That worked out great. Anyway, I gotta cut that off. I'll see how straight I can get it. I do have to thank Saker for contacting me. It was probably 6 months ago or more to showcase the Saker mini electric chainsaw. I've used it a lot, and I've done firewood with it. I've trimmed trees with it. I've done brushwork with it, and I've done you know, carpentry type work with it, just sawing that off and sawing off those pieces there on that stick, and it's become very handy. So I thank the Saker people a lot for choosing me to showcase that product. And I have mentioned it in different videos since I did the initial showcase, but I think it's a great tool. I even made a path through the woods with it, just cutting off the little tiny, you know, quarter to half-inch little trees that I wanted out of the way. Down at the ground, it was great. You know, you hold on to the little tree and you go down with one hand, snip them off. You didn't need a big chainsaw. And I'm kind of gotten used to, I have a little routine where I clean it and oil it, and then I also have the routine of oiling it in between. So oiling it doesn't seem to be a problem. You just do that every now and again. And you have to manually oil it, like you use a little bottle like that full of oil, and I've just been using 3-in-1 oil. I've been filling that up with that. So great tool. I'm really quite impressed with it. All right, so we'll move on to, I'll try and not bore you too much today with whatever I'm doing. I might show you a little bit of the drilling and bolt putting in. So if I stop gabbing, I'll start getting at it. I've got one of my batteries up charging, and I'll get back to you when I have some more news. All right, the next step is done there now. I've got the goo on the metal. I gotta put the goo in there yet. When I do this last board here, I'll put the goo in there. I guess I kind of forgot to do that while I was doing the goo. All right, so that's all along there. Make sure I did it all. One never knows. A little spot there I kind of missed. I did it, but I missed some of it. There we go. That's the thing to do. There. All glued up in there. It's just the old brush and leftover undercoat. That's what I'm using. All right, we'll shut this off again. All right, here's some of that fine carpentry work with the Saker Mini electric chainsaw. I have to remember that I have the camera on zoom, so when I go to show you something else, it's not on zoom. And I think we'll go somewhere around there. Like that. Great little tool, like over the cats. Yes, sir. All right, I'll show you the board. I got the board in. Oh yeah, I gotta take the zoom off. I couldn't even forgot. This thing doesn't work very good with the plastic on the glass. I guess my fingers are wore out too anyway. So there's the next piece of wood, and it fit in good. I don't have to cut off anything here, so that's good. So we'll get the jack in place and we'll start up at the front and put a few screws in. Let's see if this is going to work or not. Oh, yeah. All right, so I'm going to put a screw in up here like I did with this one. Just so that when I press this over and I start going that way with it, it doesn't come back out, because that one did that yesterday. I had it pressed over, and when I put the screw in down there, when I let the pressure off up here, this board went wee. So put a screw there to hold it. So I'm going to do that with all of them, I guess. So I'll get back to you once I get going here. Once I get this set up and I start drilling, I'll bring you back. All right, you can kind of see the rubber hammer behind the drills over there. I gave it a little whack on the end just to make sure that it was tight up in this end. Now I just got to put my jack. The jack is in place. I just got to tighten it up a little bit, and then get my drill and my battery and all the stuff, and on we go. The reason why this takes so long is you gotta find everything. All right, now we'll open this up a bit. Glue the fingers. Sometimes it don't. If you get into the weld, that's the trouble. That's not good. Don't go over here, make a difference. Alright, well, I might as well shut this off, I guess. Figure something as soon as you go to do something on camera, like Artie at Gravely Small Engine Repair. Nothing goes right when you're on camera for some reason. I'll get back to you. Alright, I just changed the bit and I finally got through. So now, what I do is, I don't know why I do it, but that's what I'm doing. I put a bit of oil down the hole. It's cutting it, so my thinking is it'll help the bolt make its threads easier, hopefully. And I also do cover with some regular oil. It covers the bolt, I guess I should say, screw or whatever it is. And then there you go. There, that's how we do it. We just hope that it drills better than that, and mostly it does, but for some reason you get into some spots that doesn't want to drill very nicely, especially on camera. Anyway, now the next move is move the jack down a bit, probably down to this one, and then we'll start putting bolts in this one, and then we'll just continue our way down. So that should give you the idea as to what I do here. So, and eventually it's going to get done. All right, so I'll shut you off at that. Oh, I got to show you my fine carpentry work here. Or I might have already shown you, I don't know. There's the piece that I cut off of that piece of wood. There it is there. Look at that for fine carpentry work. Look at that. Man, oh man, that Saker saw it. It's a handy rake. There now, a piece of firewood. Just like that. All right, I'll get back to you. Well, boys and girls and boys, it's now hours later. And I've got 2 boards in today. The second board, the long one over here, kind of give me troubles. Air conditioner's still going. It's a nice, cool 65 degrees in here. Whatever that says. And I'm still sweating a wee little tiny bit. Anyway. So things went along good with this one over here. Just kind of seemed to work the way it should. I started on this second one here. This went well. This went well. This couldn't drill through the metal in this one. I couldn't drill through the metal in that one. Ended up breaking a bit off in this one. So I had to take the board back out. Not too much of a job, just take out them 2 screws. And I got the bit out of the wood. And then I was trying to drill the metal, so I finally got the metal drilled. Holy jumpers, I don't know. You know, it's kind of odd with the bits. I can't understand. You're drilling along with an old bit and it works good, and then the next, you drill here with it works good. Go over to here, it don't work. So you take it out and you put in another old bit that didn't work, and it works. So I don't understand that, but anyway. I'm gonna have to go and get more bits, I guess, so. I can see I'm gonna go through a few here. Anyway, $6 a bit, but I guess they're not, they seem to be like a good bit, but anyway. I don't know if you're hearing me or not, so. I'm not sure if I'm gonna continue or if I'm gonna call her quits for today. I should continue, but this board kind of did me in. And it didn't go too bad down at that end. But yeah, them two there, they were just, holy cats, they were nasty. And where I went in through there, like I did my measurements to try and stay away from the old bolts that were down in there. Well, I just missed them by the width of the bolt. So I wasn't into the bolt, I was right beside the old bolts. Now, I don't know if that made any difference or not. I don't know. Anyway, it was, holy cats, it was hard to do. And it was a holy cats for sure. Anyway, now that I'm calmed down and got that off my chest, and as my son says, thanks for listening, and I'll see if I can do another one, I guess. I don't know how far I'll get. Anyway, starting to look closed in a little bit. I have to do some more measurements now, and then I have to cut my piece of wood down there to fit, and put the glue on, and find a board, and so it's going to be another hour and a half to 2 hours yet to get one board in. Get part of it in maybe. And then come back tomorrow. What do I gotta do? I may have to go somewhere, pick up something in the morning, and then I have to drive my wife over here because she's going away somewhere on the weekend, and then I can get at it. So I'll be late getting at it tomorrow. And then, of course, the grass has to start getting cut. So anyway, we'll see what is going on. Anyway, I'll stop you there, and if I get any more done, or if I don't, I'll still get back to you and let you know what's what. Thanks for following along. All right, folks, we're done for today, I think. I'm getting tired of it. I do have time to get another one in, I suppose, but I had no sense of me overdoing it because I know what I feel like after I overdo it. I just can't function, So, I'll show you another piece of my fine carpentry here. Look at that. Had to take a piece off of one of the boards there. Nice, fine carpentry. That's two of them. And done with a mini electric chainsaw by Saker. Dandy tool, I'm telling you. I think it's, I'd say, I always thought that the electric wood splitter was the best thing I ever got, but this little chainsaw is right up there with it. I'd say they're both excellent things to use, that's for sure. All right, so I'll stop thinking and babbling here. I'm trying to think of what to say. It's 25 degrees outside, and I've been in the 65-degree temperature all day, so it's going to be hot when I quit. It's not even 65, it's about 62 or 3 by the look of that thermometer. But the air conditioning thing is set at 65, so how would you know, I guess. Anyway, there we go, look at that. Got 3 boards in today. The trailer is starting to get a little claustrophobic, I think. He's starting to get closed in. Anyway, and what else did I do? Oh yes, yeah, footy prints. The first footy prints on the trailer. Look at that. There now. Well, it's coming along, so I am going to look for some more bits at home. I think I might have some at home. If not, I'll have to go and buy those bits that I have in that drill there. They're very good bits, but for some reason sometimes I don't know what they hit, but they don't go through it, whatever it is. And I think I bought one of those kits years ago. They had a whole bunch of bits in it. Of course, you only use the sizes that you normally use, and a 7/32 bit is something that you don't normally use, so there might be a whole little section of bits there. Jumps, I better wipe that off. I can't have that on there. Gee, yumpins. What? Yeah. We'll get the new trailer boards all marked up. What? Yeah. All right, that board went along pretty good. Went along pretty good. So I'm happy with that. So she's starting to come along here. 5 more boards, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boards. 6 boards. So I'll get at it again tomorrow, but I don't think I'll have as much time as I did today. And the grass has got to get cut too, so. Anyhow, coming along, that's a good thing. So this is probably going to be a little bit of a longer video, so thanks a lot for watching and listening to me goings on and seeing my progress. All right, have a great day wherever yours are at and whatever yours are doing. Goodbye now. Well, I had to do a little add-on, right? I can't just do a video without adding on to it. So here I am at home now. And I just left my son's place and came here. It's kind of funny how you sit for that 15 minutes or so. It was quite a challenge to get out of the truck. Oh, everything is sore. So anyway, I had said that I had a kit here that we bought years ago. It had a whole bunch of different bits in it. Well, there it is. And there's the ones I'm looking for. And I already took a bunch out, so that should do me. And look at all the bits that are in there. Like some of them you don't use very much, and that's why there's a whole bunch of them. Must have been a run on those for some reason. And the 1/2-inch ones are gone, and the 5/16 ones are gone. That makes sense. I'm kind of surprised that there's a whole bunch of 1/8 there. There's no 1 3/8, but it's a used one. Anyway, all kind of bits. Just not quite the sizes you want sometimes. Anyway, it was a kit that we bought at Canadian Tire. Oh, jokes, it'd be years ago now. Probably 10 years or more. Anyway, I'm going to take these with me, and then I know I still have 4 more in there, so that's good. All right, we're going to cut her off at that, and I didn't even come in the grass to say hello to the tractors this morning. Hello, tractors. Oh, there's that cab one. All right, that's enough. Goodbye now.